What do we do with all of that sexual energy that you're feeling when you're feeling horny? What do you do? Do you go out and just sleep with a bunch of people, right, and attract all of this negative energy towards you? Or do you follow these spiritual principles that I'm about to say? Okay, I'm going to give you 3 things to cool down your sexual energy, balance it out a little bit, okay? Now, just before I start this video, I just want to let you know that feeling this energy is totally okay and it's totally normal, right? You are literally at a core level designed to reproduce, to feel this sexual energy. And in this day and age, and sometimes it's demise, it's pushed down, it's bad, it's something, it's taboo, shouldn't talk about it, shouldn't experience it, shouldn't have these feelings are bad. And I've been for a journey of dealing with the sexual energy and seeing it as bad, and then getting into things like celibacy and basically not having any sexual thoughts and all this stuff, like trying to focus on that path, but it came from a sense of pain that sexual energy is bad when it's actually not. So drop the idea that it's bad or it's something that shouldn't be expressed or experienced, okay? I want you to use the techniques that I'm about to share with you from a place of abundance, knowing that it's okay to feel these feelings. In fact, one of the tips that I'm going to be giving you is going to allow you to connect with that energy way more so that you can really transform your life and manifest faster as well. Okay, number 1 is you want to practice Kegels. Okay, Kegels, you may have heard of this before. It's where you squeeze the area between your legs, between the anus and the perineum, the scrotum, like in between your legs, right? And you want to, right? You want to get this strong, like you want to get that, you want to be able to make that muscle really strong, okay? And I'll share with you why in a bit. For women, you want to do this exercise to make your sugar walls, tight, right? More tight, so that when you experience sex, intercourse, you know, for both parties, it's going to be way better. For the men, if you strengthen this area, right, you get it nice and strong, right, you're going to be able to last longer, right? You're going to be able to go for longer, and you're going to be able to have multiple orgasms, okay? You're going to be able to feel like you're needing to release. You pause, you grips it, right? You squeeze it, and you're able to pull it back up and breathe it around, and you actually get a high from it, right? And so this exercise of squeezing your Kegels is very powerful, okay? So I do a certain rep range and amount of sets in order to strengthen my Kegels. And when you actually practice Kegels, whilst you're feeling sexual, once you're feeling horny, it actually reduces the symptoms of feeling horny, okay? Especially with what I'm going to be sharing with you in the rest of the tips, all right? So the rep range that I do is 30 repetitions, right? 3 times. Now for you, you might need to build up to that, right? And it might be like you're going too hard. Okay, you got to gauge on when, hey, this is getting a little bit sore right now. You know, like when you go to the gym, you lift the weight and then you're like, oh, my arm's getting tired, it's getting sore, and you need to stop. That's kind of how you got to treat with the Kegels, okay? Don't go too far, don't overload and do too much, right? So I will squeeze tight, let go. Squeeze tight, let go. Squeeze tight, let go, okay? Right, I'm doing it right now. All right, and I do that 30 times. On the last one, I squeeze really hard. I squeeze really hard. When I get to 30, I squeeze really hard and really pull it, like really pull it up as much as I can. All right, that's gonna go ahead and strengthen your Kegels. For the women, that's going to tighten you up so that the male can go ahead and enjoy you more. Okay, in a heterosexual relationship, if you're having sex, or when you do find a partner, or whatever it is, right? Taking care of the area is very important, okay? So when you practice this more and more, you're going to strengthen that area, and also you're going to reduce the symptoms. So whenever you're feeling that energy, the sexual energy starting to come up, start practicing Kegels. Start strengthening that particular area. Okay, it's going to really reduce the symptoms, because I think it's because, you know, like when you go to the gym, you're working out, your muscles getting fatigued. Your focus is no longer on the sexual energy; it's focused on doing the Kegels. All right, very, very powerful stuff. So you're hitting two birds with one stone. Yeah, hitting two birds with one stone. Right. The second thing that you can go ahead and do to cool down the horny symptoms, cool down the sexual feelings or emotions that you have, is to send a whole bunch of love to that particular area. All right, focus on it and send love to it. Right, most people will go and masturbate. Right, what I want you to do is be like, okay, let me take my heart, right, and send loving energy to my sacral chakra, to my sexual regions. Send a lot of love there, a lot of compassion, a lot of healing, because again, we have these negative associations around the area of sex and having sexual feelings. Some of us have had traumatic experience with the sexual energy, and I speak to people all the time and I help people shift those traumas. And you want to build a relationship with this energy, because this energy isn't negative. Okay, maybe it was negative in the person that may have abused, right? But in terms of your own energy, you want to heal that within you and create the purity and love around your sexual energy, and being okay with it 100%, because it's a beautiful thing. It's the energy that creates new life. It's the energy that creates new things. It's a creative energy. It's a family energy. It's a friendship energy. It's a artistic energy. Okay, we need it, right? We need it for ideas. We need it for exploration, to express ourselves. It's very potent, and it's there for a reason, and it shouldn't be shined in a negative spectrum or negative aspect. You know, it shouldn't be frowned upon. Something that's extremely potent, and when we give love to it, we activate it more. In fact, if you want to manifest more material success, you need to have a powerful sacral chakra. Okay, the root chakra is for the material world. Sacral chakra is facilitating in manifesting those things into your life. Okay, you need to apply sexual energy in order to manifest what you want. When I say sexual energy, I'm also talking about creative energy as well. Okay, because sexual energy, creative energy is kind of one and the same. All right, so literally, you can hold your heart, you can put your hands on your heart, you can focus on unconditional love, you can focus on the Most High, whatever you want to imagine as love. Now, focus on putting that energy and sending the energy in that particular region, and watch how the sexual energy begins to cool down. All right, so the third tip that I want to give you is using the power of your breath. All right, there's a very powerful technique called the Microcosmic Orbit, which I use quite a lot to transmute my sexual energy and circulate it around my body. And actually, the two previous tips kind of tie into this particular tip. All right, so basically, you're going to be using your Kegels, right, to now squeeze. Right, you squeeze your Kegels. Yeah. Right, you squeeze your Kegels, and then you breathe up your spine. Okay, up your spine, the sacral energy. Okay, that some people call this the Kundalini, right? Kundalini, you're gonna see the energy come up your spine, over the top of your head, and down the front chakras. Okay, it's gonna go up the back chakras and down the front chakras. All right, so you want to circulate it in that motion. Okay, from the bottom, in between your legs, right, and breathe it up. Breathe down. Okay, so you're gonna breathe it up your spine and down the front. Okay, when you breathe it down the front, you can let go of the Kegel. Okay, so you squeeze, breathe it up, down, let it go. Okay, so you're practicing Kegels at the same time of breathing the sexual energy, and you practice this breath over and over and over again for how many times you like. This helps circulate the energy around your body. You can send the energy to a particular area in your body if you want to provide healing to that particular area of your body, right? Very, very powerful stuff. Okay, so the Microcosmic Orbit. Whilst you're doing this, you can also send love to that area. I like to send love to the root chakra, the sacral chakra, this particular area, the sexual regions. Pull it up, right down the front. And just imagine it circulating throughout your body, and practice this 5 times, 10 times, and see how you feel, right? Not always do we have to go ahead and masturbate, right? Not always do we need to go and do that. We can take this energy and transmute it, and go ahead and take the energy and build it and cultivate it. And as we build it and cultivate it, we can push it into manifesting something. We can push it into our work. We can push it into being more creative. We can push it into starting the business that we want. Okay, if we're constantly depleting our sexual energy, then we don't experience the same level of manifestation as we could. Okay, so practice this exercise. Very, very powerful stuff. Hope you enjoyed these 3 tips. If you want the alchemy energy reading, where we find out what vibrational frequency you resonate at on this vibrational chart, then I suggest you go to alchemyenergyreading.com. People are manifesting crazy amounts of money. You'll see my testimonials on screen right now, and people are transforming their lives. So go ahead and get the alchemy energy reading. Check out my previous video over here, and check out my 3-part series over here on how to raise your vibration correctly. And remember to keep learning, keep growing, keep expanding, and I'll speak to you soon. Much love.